Hello dear friends of the Humus Heritage family, welcome back to another journey into the remarkable world of sustainable gardening. Today we're diving deep into an ancient agricultural secret that has the power to transform your soil from depleted and lifeless into a thriving, nutrient-rich foundation for your plants. We're exploring the extraordinary synergy between two of nature's most humble yet powerful materials, clay and cow dung. This isn't just another gardening trend, this is ancestral wisdom that has sustained civilizations for millennia, and it's time we brought it back to our modern gardens. Walk through any ancient agricultural site, from the terraced farms of the Incas to the fertile floodplains of Mesopotamia, and you'll notice something striking. These civilizations grew abundant food for centuries without chemical fertilizers, without synthetic soil amendments, and without the modern technology we consider essential today. Meanwhile, our contemporary agricultural practices have led to catastrophic soil degradation, with studies showing that we're losing topsoil at alarming rates, and watching essential nutrients leach away season after season. The question that should keep every gardener awake at night is simple yet profound. How did ancient farmers maintain such incredibly fertile soil without any of our supposed advantages? The answer lies in their intuitive understanding of two materials that most modern gardeners overlook entirely: clay and cow dung. These weren't just convenient resources, they were the foundation of agricultural sustainability that allowed entire civilizations to flourish. Clay is far more than just fine particles of dirt. At the molecular level, clay possesses a unique layered structure with negatively charged surfaces that act like tiny magnets for positively charged nutrients such as calcium, magnesium, potassium, and ammonium. This characteristic makes clay the ultimate nutrient bank in your soil, preventing precious minerals from washing away with every rainfall or irrigation. When water percolates through sandy or loose soil, it carries nutrients down beyond the reach of plant roots, a process called leaching that robs your garden of fertility. Clay stops this theft in its tracks by holding onto these nutrients through a process called cation exchange, releasing them gradually as plant roots need them. Ancient civilizations from the Nile Delta to the Yellow River Valley understood this intuitively, deliberately incorporating clay-rich sediments into their farming systems. They recognized that clay wasn't just about soil texture, it was about creating a long-term nutrient reservoir that could sustain crops year after year without depleting the land. The molecular structure of clay also creates millions of tiny spaces and surfaces where beneficial microorganisms can establish colonies, further enhancing soil health and creating a living, breathing ecosystem beneath your feet. Now let's talk about what makes cow dung far more than simple animal waste. Fresh cow dung is essentially a living bioreactor, teeming with billions of beneficial microorganisms including bacteria, fungi, actinomycetes, and other decomposers that are essential for healthy soil ecology. These microbes don't just exist in the dung, they actively work to break down organic matter, cycle nutrients, and suppress harmful pathogens. The fibrous content in cow dung dramatically improves soil structure by creating pathways for air and water movement, addressing one of the most common problems in compacted or heavy soils. Unlike synthetic fertilizers that provide a quick nutrient rush followed by rapid depletion, cow dung acts as a slow-release fertilizer, gradually making nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and trace minerals available to plants over an extended period. This steady nutrient supply supports consistent plant growth without the boom and bust cycles that stress plants and make them vulnerable to pests and diseases. The organic matter in cow dung also feeds earthworms and other beneficial soil organisms, creating a cascading effect of improved soil health. So, here's where the ancient wisdom becomes truly brilliant. When you combine clay and cow dung, you don't just get the sum of their individual benefits, you actually unlock a synergistic relationship that amplifies the strengths of both materials, while minimizing their individual limitations. Clay alone can be dense and, honestly, pretty difficult to work with, leading to poor aeration and waterlogging issues. On the other hand, cow dung alone, though it's rich in nutrients and microbes, can lose its water-soluble nutrients to leaching in loose soils, but together, they create nature's perfect soil amendment. the clay particles bind with the organic matter and fibers in cow dung, creating stable soil aggregates that dramatically improve both structure and porosity. This aggregation allows the soil to be simultaneously well aerated and moisture retentive, a combination that sounds contradictory, but is exactly what plants need. The clay holds onto the nutrients from the decomposing dung, preventing them from washing away and creating a long-term nutrient bank. Meanwhile, the cow dung improves the workability of clay-heavy soils, making them less prone to compaction and easier for plant roots to penetrate. Bringing this ancient wisdom into your modern garden is surprisingly straightforward and doesn't require complicated equipment or procedures. Start by sourcing quality cow dung from local farms, ideally from grass-fed cattle that haven't been treated with antibiotics or hormones, as these can disrupt the beneficial microbial communities. Many small dairy farms are happy to provide manure, often for free or minimal cost. For clay, you can either use natural clay deposits if you have access to them, or purchase bentonite or kaolin clay from pottery suppliers or specialized garden centers. The transformation you'll witness in your garden after implementing this practice is nothing short of remarkable. Your soil will become darker, richer, and more crumbly in texture. Plants will show more vigorous growth, deeper green foliage, and greater resilience to both drought and disease pressure. You'll notice earthworms and beneficial insects increasing in population, and you'll spend less on fertilizers and amendments while achieving better results. This isn't magic. It's simply aligning your gardening practices with the wisdom that sustained our ancestors for thousands of years. If this guide has opened your eyes to the power of traditional soil building techniques, please subscribe to the Humus Heritage channel and share this video with fellow gardeners who are ready to embrace sustainable, regenerative growing practices. Together we can rebuild the soil health that modern agriculture has compromised, one garden at a time.